All right. It's been a while since I've recorded. Well, not a while. A while. I have recorded that Animal Crossing stuff and all that. But been a while since I recorded this. Some family emergency stuff happened and just been very hectic and need a little bit of a stress reliever game, which this is perfect because yeah, while I don't need to be more stressed out with Corpse Party tonight. and and Zero Escape, that game, the next thing I'm going to be doing is a escape room. So, I don't need to be doing that right now either. So, those games will be held off till tomorrow and the next day. So, with that, let's begin. Final day. I'm going to do this all in one recording session, but I will end the video whenever it comes up, like after the investigation day. December 27th, 2:11 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? I don't remember. A memory of my crime that I committed. A memory of murder. Oh, right. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life. Never! Nick. Yo! How's everyone doing? Way to come in making everyone cheerful. What do you think of my performance today, man? I had him swooning, didn't? In the aisles, huh, Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh yes. I do remember that feeling faint. Or I do remember feeling faint. Right on! Tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. What's with the face? Why is your face all... I think you can do better than that, man. Come on. I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy! You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah! Bow before your hero! I hardly remember that. So you know what I gotta say about that? Look at this! Woohoo! I was hot out there, man! Hot! I'm glad someone's happy about how this case is going. He seems too happy to care about anything I show him. Great. Today's trial. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. That was like over a week ago. You did! If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. But seriously, Nick, that boat caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, you can really no, he's telling the truth about that night. Can you really tell? Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is I'm going to believe in you two until the end. What about Edgeworth? You said you two, not... You don't believe in your client? Us two? Edgeworth and... Who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me. Right, Nick? Yeah. You, Larry. Not... me? Way to say that. Way to say that, Phoenix. Way to go. But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick? Enough with the silent treatment. Also, if you noticed, I've completely forgot what Maya's voice is, I think. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? Why does that phrase sound like an annoying phrase that I really hate? You didn't know him back then. You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait. Was that when you two were classmates? Yes. In grade school. They saved me. Miles. And Larry. They saved me, and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney. You know? What? Hey, Larry! What's he talking about? Huh? Sorry. I kind of forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it! I'm going to hear this story today, and that's final! Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the beginning of spring, 4th grade. I was on trial. A class trial. Class trial? Never heard of one of those except in, like, maybe high school or something. During one of those attorney classes. Heard of them? Not 4th grade. Why is it silent? You remember, Larry? Spring. 4th grade? A kid in my class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Huh. I see. Anyway, the kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside. Oh, yeah. Now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skip PE that day. I was the only one not in the class. So, they thought you did it? Yeah. The kids in class said I should be put on trial. Dang, man. Frickin' talk about a tough class. Trial? So the next day, we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. I didn't do it! Guilty! He did it! Guilty! It was you! Give me back my money! You're such a meanie! No one wants to play with him! Just admit it! You did it! You can hide the truth! We're not gonna play with you anymore! He shouldn't be allowed in the relay race! Give me back my 50 cents I loaned you! Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Apologize to the class, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad. I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went over to where the boy was sitting. That's when it happened. He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in this trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs! Miles? It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. No. Then you shouldn't have to apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? Oh, that's Larry. This is always how it is. Everybody's ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself. Should after freaking blaming Phoenix. This class trial is over. Wow, so it was the teacher that even held it too. I don't remember that in my school. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were always friends. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone. Without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah. Well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. He does have a good point. So, I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, it's usually the butts. That's true. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after the class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my dad. A famous defense attorney. Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad! It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all! That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him. I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he became. Why he had a change of heart. That's when I decided. Wait. You don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? That is kind of a stretch for becoming a defense attorney. If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me, whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa! Nick! So, is that why you helped me out for free? Yeah. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Aw, Nick! 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 We have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? Right. It very well may be. First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of the evidence I no longer need. I mean... Okay, let's go! What do we... What? I barely... Oh, the Gordy news, the Gordy news. Right. Okay. Okay, let's go! And then comes the... Yeah! With them running and all that sort of stuff.